I'm going to try to fly through this really quickly and answer as many of these as I can. If I skip a couple, sorry. I'm just going to try to go through, like I said, as many as I can. So, climate. Average weather over a period of long time. Short-term conditions, this is weather. So, blank and blank are the two controlling factors of this. This is precipitation and temperature are the two main factors here. These numbers can appear on a graph called a climatic graph. That's the one that you had in your presentation. This is created in part due to the unequal heating of the Earth, which is the result of the sun's angle. Now, areas at the equator, the sun's energy is more concentrated. Energy at the poles, the sun is less concentrated. Albedo is the percent of solar radiation reflected by the surface. Examples will include something like snow. It's very white, very bright. It reflects a lot of sunlight back. Examples that reflect less in solar radiation, things that are dark. Very deep water, very dark, absorbs a lot of sunlight. Forests, very dark dirt. Those tend not to reflect sunlight out. Over here, tilt of the Earth, 23.5 degrees. Make sure you know how many layers the Earth's atmosphere has. We live in the troposphere. Make sure you know which one is below the mesosphere. Over here, this one contains most of the ozone layer. So you're going to have to figure out what layer this is. This was the one that contains most of the ozone layer. Alright, moving on over to 16. Gyres are shaped by two things. They are shaped by wind and continents. There are 5 ocean gyres. This one belongs to the North Pacific Gyre. The EAC, Peru, and South Equatorial belong to the South Pacific Gyre. This one belongs to the North Atlantic Gyre. The one that's not listed here is the South Atlantic Gyre, and there's also currents in the Indian Ocean Gyre. Over here, the continuous movement of water in one direction are currents. The rising of cold water from deep layers to replace warmer surface water that has moved away is upwelling. Movement of ocean water caused by density differences through variations of temperature and salinity. This is the key, temperature and salinity. This is going to be thermohaline circulation. This is going to be mixing the top and bottom layer. Alright, over here to 25. We got plankton, again free-floating autotrophic organisms. They use photosynthesis to create glucose. That part you don't need to know. We'll go over that in the next chapter. 26 regions of a body of water where light penetrates, enabling photosynthesis. Again, this depends on whether we're asking about freshwater or an ocean system. Since this one is asking about an ocean, this would be the epipelagic zone. And this one here, again, there is light there, but not enough for photosynthesis to occur. This would be the mesopelagic. And then anything past the mesopelagic, we're just going to call bathypelagic. This is freshwater zones. I'd expect you guys to look that up on your own. Then coming over here to 32. So wind patterns are caused or created by two things, the unequal heating of the Earth and the Coriolis effect. As far as specifics go, don't worry about it for right now. Just know Coriolis effect and make sure you know that unequal heating causes this. Trade winds are located from 0 to 30 degrees north and 0 to 30 degrees south. Westerlies are located between 30 and 60 north and 30 and 60 south. Polar easterlies are above 60 north and above 60 south. Convection currents that occur between 0 and 30 degrees and south of the equator. Make sure you know what those are. Cells that are occurring between 60 degrees north and south at each pole. Make sure you know what that is. Change or curve of an object's path due, I know it says die, but due to the Earth's rotation. That one is a Coriolis effect. Alright, over here, El Niño is an anomaly that occurs in or the upper atmosphere every 3 to 7 years. NOAA monitors this by using the Tau buoy array. SST off the coast of South America is 24 degrees or higher. So as soon as you see 24.5, 25, 26 degree water off the coast of South America, you know it's going to be an El Niño year. There's also the depth data you could look at. Make sure that the 14 degree water is lower than 0 to 199. Anything above 200 is a normal year. Anything lower than 200 will be an El Niño year. You don't need to have both these to be an El Niño year. If this is higher than 24 degrees, it's going to be an El Niño year. doesn't matter what this says. If this, so if 14 degree water is lower than 200, 201, 202, it's going to be in a linear year, regardless of what this says. Sometimes, some years, you're going to have both that say the same thing. All right, during this event, the trade winds will weaken or reverse, and this causes water to move eastward towards South America. So normally it's pushing away from South America. In this case, it is moving towards South America. Last section here, I'm going to let you go ahead and take care of this on your own. This is just freshwater zones. Down over here, the free response section, if you click on it, it'll take you to the questions. I have a post on Instagram. Just add me on Instagram and it'll break it down for you. This one, I just want to let you know, I am only going to ask you these in a multiple choice format. That's it. So we're going to keep biomes very simple, very straightforward. I won't ask you about temperate forest in the true false free response section. All right, and that takes care of the flowchart.